Hello everyone, hope you're having an amazing day. I come here again to you with another video about specking a vehicle. This time we're doing a Ford F-250. We're gonna select the diesel engine because it's just cool. I don't know, I like it. And we're gonna spec that out, the ideal spec. Ideal, that's relative to, there's no such thing as an ideal spec. It's relative to who's specking, or honestly, it's your vehicle, do whatever the heck you want. But this is my version of an ideal spec, if I could afford it. I know, I drive a Camry, very different, but I'm gonna have my Camry for many years, simply because I can't fathom, stepping up to something like this. I don't even think I would be able to, not that I can't fathom it. But moving forward, I'm just gonna go ahead and start this build. It's always very tricky getting settled into making these videos. This is the second one I'm doing right now on this channel, and feel free to leave a comment on possible improvements. I have one subscriber, thank you. I'm grateful for everything. But let's get into this. So already I always start by talking about the website. Already the website looks pretty good. Not as good as Chevy in my opinion, but the Chevy's website, but just because it looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and start this build. Already they seem to be having some problems with keeping up with demand, which is okay. We live in hard times, so no harsh. I've got nothing to say about that. I get it. But hopefully people who order this get it on time, and get what they want. But I have to say, overall, I really like the new F-250. I think it's a decent upgrade from the last one. Now, if you have an old one, if you have a Prio 2022 or 2020, I don't know. If you have the previous model from this one, I don't really see the point of upgrading, because that was already a pretty decent truck. I know there's a high output engine now, you have the choice, but you already, with the last one, you got 1,050 feet of torque. I feel like you've got to have a very good reason to upgrade. But you could also argue that because diesel trucks hold their value so much, if you're in a good position in life, it honestly, it wouldn't be that much to trade yours in for a new one. You could also argue that, which is fine. But personally, I just feel like, save the money, keep the truck, man. It's not that. It's always nice having the latest, greatest thing, but honestly, in this case, they're both great trucks. Especially the final facelift of the last model. It was pretty good. The interior with the big screen, it looked good already. So honestly, I would just say keep your money if you have the old one. Unless you, like I said, it really doesn't. Do what you want. Don't listen to me. Do what you want, honestly. But if I had the previous one, I would keep my money, and just because it was a good-looking truck as well. They're all trucks. They're all trucks. Now, if you were coming from a 2016 model, I would get that. Yeah, or 2018. Even then, it's like, you get some pretty nice features here. We're not going to go through the features. This video is strictly just for building. So I've been watching a bunch of YouTube videos about people speccing these out and people who ordered theirs. And one thing that someone pointed out was that for the King Ranch, the King Ranch previously was pretty much like, it is one of the top of the line models, but it had all the bells and whistles. And apparently now for this year, it doesn't come with the special headlights. I forgot what they're called, but pretty much with the headlights you get in the Platinum and the Limited, they follow the direction in which you turn your steering wheel, which is a pretty luxury feature to have. Now, it's not a deal breaker, but when you're spending, because if you spec this up, you're pretty much gonna get to this price. So when you're spending that price, I feel like it's just, maybe it's me being petty, but I feel like I want every single thing that this vehicle is meant to come with. So since we're just doing a specking video, we're gonna like make the dream spec. It's important for it to have everything, and that's why I'm gonna limit my choice here to the platinum and all limited. The reason why I would not be speccing the limited in this video, since actually I don't know, I need to think about this. One of the reasons why it might be better to just spec the platinum and for this video is because platinum gives you more chance to spec. Limited comes with every single thing you can think of, you know, and platinum just gives more content. But honestly, I don't know. And plus, you could argue that there's not many people who are gonna go for the limited. But here's the thing about speccing. Literally every brand, all vehicles. Here's the thing about speccing vehicles. You can get this Lariat over here, and you can spec it to within the same price as this starting price here. Like, you can even probably spec it to over 100k. So really, it really doesn't matter, I guess, what spec, what trim you go for, and you know, it really doesn't matter. The truth is, the King Ranch, the Platinum, all these do really is add a couple of extra, maybe $2,000 or $3,000 extra on top of all the features. If you added the same features to the Lariat over here, you'd be within $5,000 of the limited. So really, it just depends on the amount of features you want and the look you're going for, and also like status. You know, if you have a platinum or a limited, or a King Ranch, it's like rich man vibes there. So I guess that being said, I don't know what to pick. Because on one hand, it's kind of boring going for this spec because it's like it's already built out, and on the other hand, it's just like, if you going with Lariat, it's fun because you have a little bit more flexibility. You can like really just like make it look, I don't even think you're allowed to like have the blacked out looks on these ones, whereas the Lariat just gives you that more of that flexibility to just like make it more of your own vehicle, in my opinion. Like the Lariat, if you really want to personalize things, I would say it probably ends off with the King Ranch and the Platinum. Limited is kind of, you get what you get. The Lariat gives you a lot of room to be flexible. Like, honestly, I think I'm gonna start this build with the Lariat simply because of it just gives you that flexibility. But it's gonna be an expensive Lariat, that's why it just feels weird. This is a tough choice. Okay, I'm just gonna save that for later, some other time. Since we built a Chevy High Country, which is the top of the line Chevy, it only makes sense to build the top of the line Ford. So I'm just gonna start off with building the top of the line Ford here, and already, as you can see, we started off, the starting price for this truck is $96,000, which is absolutely insane. But the features you get is, in my opinion, compared to some brands like Mercedes, not shitting on okay, maybe I am, but not to call out Mercedes, but compared to Mercedes and some other brands out there, you know, these trucks last for a long time if you use them right, and if you treat them right, they would really follow you throughout your life, pretty much. And so, in my opinion, and also they hold their value like tanks. Like, I went to the Ford store one time, Ford store. I went to the Ford dealership one time, and this was when I was trying to commit financial suicide, but I was looking to buy a truck. Not this, I can't afford this, but some kind of truck, because I really like trucks, but I'm too... I don't want to... I want to survive and live a good life. You know, so I like playing things safe. You know, if I could, I would, but I can't. So I was looking to buy a truck, and they had like a 2008 F-150, something like that. And I asked the guy how much, and he was calling 30 grand. I'm like, what the heck? 30 grand. You know, so these things really do hold their price well. And since diesel is pretty much a dying breed, I can only estimate that the prices of these are gonna continue to go up, and also they're also gonna continue to hold their values, because I'll be honest with you, I don't see how they'll still be making these in the next 10 years. I know it sucks. I probably would never be able to get one. But it's what it is, and part of living is being able to adapt. You know, we have to adapt. I'm sure very soon there's going to be some new, sick, cool, electric, diesel-like vibing vehicle out there that's going to be like, oh, that's awesome, that's new. It has like 6,000 kilowatts. I don't even know what that means, but whatever. It has like X amount of kilowatts of power. You know, it can pull like a house. some cool thing like that. So I think it's important not to be too fixed on something. You know, that's just my personal opinion. It sucks. I love diesel trucks. I love how they sound. I like the smell of diesel, but logically, it just doesn't make sense for me, simply because I'm not in the financial position. And also, it's just I would say there's no and. I'm just not in the financial position. There's no going about that. But yeah, sorry for talking about boring stuff there. So let's get this started with the limited. You only get one choice of engine, and that is a 6.7 high output, and I think that is very sensible considering the starting price of this is $96,000. You know, it makes sense. You get one option for the drivetrain, you get one option for the transmission, you get three options for rear axle ratio. Now, keep in mind, I have no idea what these means, and I should probably have done some research before making this video, but I am Franklin, so I come unprepared. So the packages, we'll get back to this. I'm sure it's probably going to change when we select something here. Packages, snow prep package, we're not plowing any, well, What does, oh, snowplow package? We're not plowing any snow, so ignore tow technology package include, because for resale value, even if we might not tow much, resale value, people who typically get these trucks tow, so they would want that. Heavy service front suspension package. I'm not gonna get that. Simply because if I was getting this, I probably wouldn't do that much heavy towing. The towing capacity of this is already pretty good. 4x4 off-road package. I'm just gonna see how this looks. And then if it looks bad, then we will oh, it looks good. So I'm gonna add the 4x4 off-road package to this, and I'm gonna leave it there. 360-degree camera package without, okay, this you should not add because it removes, I believe it removes one of the cameras, so because this already has a 360 camera. I like the look of mud flaps on trucks. I know, very controversial, but I believe they also serve some purpose, especially because trucks are pretty high. You know, at least be somewhat concerned about the vehicles behind you. You know, one thing I do not like about trucks though, pretty much every truck out there has blinding headlights, because whenever I drive a Camry, and I know we're diverting here, but why not? You know, sorry, you can skip this section. I drive a Camry, and you know, I sit pretty low, and I'm 6'5", so I barely fit in my Camry. But anyway, I sit pretty low, and my eyes are directly in aligned with the headlights in line with the headlights beam of most trucks. So I'm just, when I drive at night, you know, or early in the morning when I'm going to work, I go to work at like 5 in the morning, I'm just being blinded by, and I know you look at the side, you're meant to look at the side of the lane, you know, but it's still fucking, no swearing, it still sucks, you know, so that sucks. But other than that, they're cool. I like them, you know, and it's cool. It's not like a big problem for me. I'm just being a baby. So, you know, don't want to throw rocks and smash someone's windshield. Yes. So these, in my opinion, they look good. Some aftermarket ones look even better, like the big ones. Those look sick. But see, I would not recommend these if you were going off-road, because they're gonna catch on rocks and stuff, and they're gonna be useless if you were doing some serious off-road in this. But then it begs the question, like, why if you wanted to do serious off-roading, why? But I also understand the answer to that, because you can. Because I wouldn't lie, if I had this, I'll probably throw in some big tires. Nothing crazy, just something that looks tasteful. That's what I was that's the word. Tasteful lift, maybe some Kali suspension or something like that, and some nice. I don't want to go with 37s because I hate trimming. Trimming is cringy. But also, I would like to say that I am perfectly fine with how this truck is the way it is. In fact, I'm a big fan of not modifying things, because I just don't trust people. You know, I just like something to be the way it is from factory. That way, if anything goes wrong, I know what the issue is and I know why, and I can go somewhere to get it fixed. But you can still do that if you modify it, you know, it really doesn't matter. I'm just very picky with little stuff. Pickup box storage, no, we don't need that. Aluminium cross bed tool box, aluminium. Yep, it pretty much comes with everything that you think you would want, you know. Tonu pickup box covers. I want the hard one because, you know, actually, you know what? Let's go for the retractable. That is a $2,200 option. And you know what? It's, in my opinion, it's worth it. It's just a nice looking bed cover, and it's also retractable, meaning it's probably easier to use than, you know, having to fold up, fold whatever, fold down. Not saying that, you know, bed covers are good overall. Just get a bed cover. You don't want someone digging in your personal stuff, you know. Spraying bed liner is sort of a must. I am sort of disappointed that a $96,000 truck doesn't come by default with this. That is, yeah, you could argue that if you had the money to buy a $96,000 truck, $595 wouldn't be an issue. But come on, like, why? Little things like this is just not acceptable in my opinion. You put everything else and you miss out small things like this, you know. And I know most people would not care because it's like, come on, frankly, it's just one small option. Just add it if you want it, you know. But no, like no. Everything counts. Side window deflector kit, smoke. I need to look at this because I don't know what the heck it's talking about. Side window deflector kit. I don't know what this is. I think I sort of know, but I'm gonna get back on you on that one. Oh shit, I just took something off. We're gonna take this one back off because I don't know what it is. So by default, you already have the privacy glass, or privacy glass, however you like to pronounce it. Window rear powered sliding glass with defrost and privacy glass. Defrost rear window, wheel liner rear. So you already have. So wheel liner rear, wheel liner front and rear, retractable rear corner bed steps. Why don't we have the front and rear? Is it possible to add this? Because I feel like it's a luxury truck. Just get wheel liners, you know, it probably protects something. I don't know what, but I'm just doing this based off of how I think. I don't know if it's correct, but I just assume having a wheel liner would protect something, you know. Retractable rear corner bed steps. No, because it already has bed steps. It already has bed steps embedded. But I suppose maybe they're still high, and it might be nice to have retract. No, it's just too much. It's too gadgety. It's too many gadgets. Like, why? No. Like, how many gadgets do you want? You have step on top. It's like a staircase. No. So retractable bed sides. See, at this point you're just hauling tons of weight, and it's like nice to have the option, but why? You know, you miss the good old days where like vehicles were just basic, and now there's just a ton of things that honestly are kind of unnecessary for most people, and it's like it's nice that it's an option, but you don't need it. Like, people drove perfectly fine when cars just had engines and seats, but now you have all these features, which is cool. I guess it definitely helps. I don't want to say it doesn't help. It helps, but like, you're also being charged like 10 times the amount what it helps, but it costs the price, you know. So where were we? Yeah, gooseneck hitch kit. Nope. Winch by Warren. Oh, this is like a winch for the. But where does the winch go? That is weird. Where are they gonna hook the winch? Because I'm confused. Like, where is this winch gonna go? Here? Because then you just have like a luxury truck with a winch. I feel like that's more of something you'd see in a. Oh shit! It's actually integrated to the front of the. I'm sorry. That's just weird to me. I don't know why. But yeah, it's actually, as you can see here, they integrated to the front bumper. I didn't know that was an option. That's interesting, but we're probably over 100k now. But no, we do not need that winch, because no, it's all good. Thank you. But it's nice that you have an option again. You can really, like, I guess if you wanted to make this an apocalyptic vehicle for zombies, when zombies come, you could like buy this, change the wheels, tires, put in a nice suspension kit, and really make this, you know, a zombie apocalyptic vehicle, being able to survive everything. Yeah. I'm gonna get some wheel locks, even though they literally don't make a difference these days. You know, if your car is gonna be stolen, then it's gonna be stolen. Engine block heater. I live in a cold area. Why not? Remote start, chrome exhaust tip, hill descent control, transmission power, take off provision. What does that mean? What? I don't know what that means. I think I do, but I don't want to give wrong information. I've probably given a few wrong information in this video already. Final option to add will be the LED roof marker clearance lamps, and to me that ties in a heavy duty truck. Like, you've got to have that, you know. You forget the wheels, forget the engine, forget everything. If you don't have marker lights, is it even a heavy duty truck? That is the question. You know, the thing I forgot to do when speccing this vehicle, I forgot to pick the color. I just went with the regular black metallic, which is kind of boring, so we're gonna change that. And we will change it to... Oh man, that looks so good. Jesus. What is that called? Star white metallic. I saw this on YouTube today, and it looks like crystal white. It looks so white, it's unbelievable. you know, it's a good looking color. The next one is taking some time to load. I don't know what that one is called. We'll see. Yeah, some time. While it loads. Let's see. Oh, great, I clicked on another one. So the red loaded faster. This red looks hot. It looks like... I forgot the name of this. Looks like cranberry. Cranberry, is that the word? No, I don't think it is. Cherry. That is it. That is what I was looking for. It looks like cherry red. It's like cherry popping red. Right there. Now I'm not really a big fan, you know, but it looks pretty good. Cool. You know how I love silver? We spec'd out a silver 2500 Silverado High Country in the last vid, and so it only makes sense to spec out a silver F-250 high output limited edition truck. And it seems like there's a few other silvers here. What is this? I'm trying to hover over the color, hoping that it gives me some information of the name. Is that not a feature on this website? You know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna start rating websites out of 10, and I give this website an 8 simply because it doesn't have that feature. You know, I have to confirm, but I believe both Ram and Chevy have the feature where you can just hover over the colors, and it tells you, oh, you know, this is a azure gray metallic tri-coat, great name by the way, color. And rather than having to click and it takes a while to load, and I know I have like 2,000 tabs open, but that is aside from the issue here. My computer hopefully should be more than powerful enough to deal with this. But honestly speaking, my heart is with the gray. Once again, the gray wins my heart, you know. But I was saying earlier, the spec is done, folks. We will, that's funny. So we totaled this at, we are at 102 grand, which honestly, from specking, that's only $4,000 in option. Great job. So not necessarily, like, if you're gonna spend $96,000 anyway, may as well. But honestly, there wasn't much to add. I just want to say the interior is fire. Like, this interior is so good, it's so nice. I don't think it allowed me the option to select any other interior. So specking a limited F-250 is easy. You know, you just get all the things you want to add that's extra, but it comes with everything, literally, except bedliner. Ford, fucking get your shit straight. Bedliner, kind of important. Comes with everything except bedliner. So pretty much everything was already there. I added the off-road package in case I wanted to. Well, I'm not gonna do anything because I can't afford this. But I added the off-road package in case imaginary me wanted to drive the imaginary truck down a mountain, down a cliff. So off-road package is there. Other than that, this package is done. It looks great. I will create a montage of images to show you how beautiful this thing looks. But thank you for sticking with me. I'm gonna be trying to make these videos shorter, but it's difficult because I jump I go offline I go off track a lot, and I can't help it. I have difficulties focusing. I didn't do very well in school. Okay. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great day.